Welcome to an introduction to regular and substantive interaction. This video answers 3 questions. What is regular and substantive interaction? Why is it required? And how do I comply? At the conclusion of this presentation, you will be able to interpret regular and substantive interaction, describe why it is required in all online courses, and explain the consequences of failing to comply. Regular and substantive interaction is abbreviated RSI. Just like the image on the screen, RSI compliant courses are designed with predictable, uniform, orderly, or regular patterns. RSI is a requirement for all fully online courses and has 2 main requirements. 1. Frequency of instructor-student interactions, and 2. Quality of instructor-student interactions. The R in RSI stands for regular interaction and aligns with frequency. Regular interaction between student and faculty is achieved by 1. Faculty providing opportunities for substantive interactions with students on a predictable and regular basis that aligns with the course length, content, and competency. And 2. Faculty monitoring all students' academic engagement and success, then provides prompt, proactive engagement in substantive interaction with students based on observations and upon a student's request. Examples of regular interaction are holding office hours at regularly scheduled, consistent, and predictable times and days instead of any time. Another example is responding to students' questions that are posted in a Q&A discussion within 48 hours. The S in RSI stands for substantive interaction and aligns with quality. It requires at least 2 of the following. 1. Providing direct instruction. 2. Assessing or providing feedback on a student's coursework. 3. Providing information or responding to questions about the content of a course or competency. 4. Facilitating a group discussion regarding the content of a course or competency. Or 5. Other instructional activities approved by the institution's or program's accrediting agency. Examples of substantive interactions are providing information and announcements beyond reminders, frequently encouraging participation in discussions, informing students when assignments will be graded, and posting grades 2 days after the due date, using Canvas' built-in rubric feature and providing formative feedback on what the student did well and how the student can improve. Now that you know what RSI is, let's look at why it is required. First, it is a federal law for all public institutions. Secondly, it is a state law. Thirdly, it is required by our accrediting body, Accrediting Commission for Community and Junior Colleges, referred to as ACCJC. Ultimately, RSI compliance is paramount to online education, and faculty interactions are the lifeline of quality online education at Citrus College. Therefore, RSI is not optional nor a matter of academic freedom. Failing to comply with RSI can be costly and devastating. It may include fines in the millions. 2 examples are Western Governors University. It was required to reimburse the U.S. Department of Education $173 million because 69 courses failed to meet RSI between students and instructors, and the college became ineligible to participate in Title V. Another example is Scottsdale Community College. It was denied approval of 48 online programs. The college offered training to faculty. However, it was not mandated, and faculty could decide to complete training or not. Faculty also deleted and customized modules, making courses inconsistent. Other consequences of failing to comply with RSI are faculty and staff can undergo disciplinary action. Citrus College can lose the ability to award financial aid to students, be unable to serve U.S. military, veterans, or their dependents, cannot offer online education, and may not gain approval for new courses or programs. Now that you know what RSI is and the consequences of failing to comply, here are a few ways you can incorporate RSI into your course. Create a clear communication policy. The policy outlines and communicates with students how, when, and where they can contact you, when they can expect a response, such as within 48 hours, to an email, question, or feedback on graded assignments, 2 days after due dates, holding regular online office hours on specific days and times is required, just like when you are teaching in-person courses. The office hours can overlap. For example, your online office hours on Zoom may be 2 p.m. to 3 p.m., while in-person office hours can be held during the same time frame. Other ways to comply with RSI include posting weekly announcements, posting in the discussions 3 or more days per week, and avoiding auto-grading without any feedback. Placing this information in your course syllabus and/or on your home page in Canvas provides clear communication to students and helps you comply and achieve regular and substantive interactions. This concludes the introduction to RSI. You should be able to define RSI and comply because it is federal and state law, an ACCJC requirement, and promotes quality online education. Explain the consequences of failing to comply, which may include termination of online programs, the inability to award financial aid, disciplinary action, fines, and lawsuits. Recognize that RSI is not a matter of academic freedom and agree to comply because RSI is not optional. It is required and student-centric. Here are QR codes to federal and state laws associated with RSI, accreditation requirements, and to the two higher learning institution cases mentioned.